Hello, 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 hello. Hello, everybody. Now, it must be Thursday because we're doing Fairy in a Jar today. Do you want to play Fairy in a... Bailey's got his Christmas jumper on. He's starting to feel a little bit more festive now. Anybody with me? My daughter's just made me the most disgusting cup of coffee. She's put sugar in it. I don't even have sugar. Can't drink that. Right. Is anybody there? Is everybody ready for Fairies in a Jar? I do like to entertain myself when I'm talking to myself. Right. Okay. So, I told you the other day about, if you have any of these jars, they're just the hot salsa dips that you get next to the tortilla chips at the supermarket. They're just what? You starving? Have you not eaten for 6 weeks? They are, Alfie. Alfie, it's here. Ow! You just can't do gentle, can you? So, they just seem to be quite nice proportions so that you can actually see what's in it. I've never made one of these before, and I just thought it might be a good idea. So, I started looking at fairy lights because I thought that'd be quite sweet, but obviously you need to consider the power bit where the batteries are and whether it'll fit in. But I found some really good. It's a 10-pack of string fairy lights, and these were $12.99 on Amazon. So that's potentially 10 presents and just over £1 each for these lights, which ain't bad really, is it? So they come packaged up like that. Why do you keep nudging me? Why do you keep nudging me? What? Don't you like your jumper? You've got sleepy dust in your eyes still. So, 10 of those, really tiny they are, and they fit really well into that, into this jar. So that's what one looks like. Hiya, Maureen. I'm glad somebody's with me. So they're really cute. You just pull out a little piece of plastic and I hope it's going to work. So I think they look quite effective. The only thing I'm worried about, a bit worried about is whether, when I put the hot glue to stick it to the lid, whether it's going to like that or not. If it doesn't like it and it doesn't work, I might have to resort to double-sided sticky tape or maybe araldite or something like that. So we'll have to see. But I'll let you know which one works the best. Right. So I've been researching little fairies and cute things because I think that I've been collecting little bits and pieces, like stuff out of the woods that I've just picked it up, and some little bits of foliage, and behind me I've got some foliage just that I bought from the supermarket. Might use that. I think I might use these for my little troll things that I've made. So, one of the things that I got was, I ordered this off the internet. You can get little resin figures. So I bought her, I think she was like £2.50. And I can't remember. So what I did with her was, she was all different colours. And I've just painted her up. I've painted her a bit more Christmas fairy-ish. So I've just painted her dress and her wings white. You can spend as much time and attention doing that as you want. But I've put a little bit of glitter glue on it. And it's probably not dried, so I'll probably get it all over my fingers. But we'll see how we get on. So you've got your salsa jar. And then the first thing you want to do is remove the label and wash it out. Stands to reason. So we've got a nice clean pot. And the lid, I've sprayed it with this spray paint. That Rust-Oleum, I've had a look on Amazon and it's £8.50. And this, I've also got this that I use as a gloss as well. That's £8.99, that clear gloss finish spray. So they are quite expensive, but I've done quite a lot with that actually. I did all those pebbles, I've done some lids, but I have bought some cheaper metal effect spray paint. I think it was either from Lidl or Aldi. And I thought, well, I'll give that a go. And I think it was about £5.50 or something like that. But what I've found is it's all right, but it needs a lot more coats. And it takes, because you're doing it thicker, it takes a lot longer to dry. But you can still use that. It still works, still all right. Just I'm impatient and I can't be bothered to wait for things. So I'm going to do you one with little fairy inside. I've got my glue gun heating up and I'm just going to think of bits to pop in there. So when you've got it with your stuff in and your lights in, you can decorate the top. You can either just leave it like that or decorate it with little stones or something, whatever you want to do, or even just with glitter glue, or maybe just a little bit of this stuff. I'm going to... Oh, right, have you come back? Good boy. Where's Alfie gone? Do you like your Christmas jumper? You're a bit big for all these jumpers, that's the problem. Right, so I'm going to cut off some little bits, and these little bits, you want the kind of, because they're going in that pot, you want like the little delicate tiny bits off the ends. So we'll see how we go on with them. Let's move that out. I've put my fairy lights on today because it's that dark, isn't it, outside? Right, and I'll show you the other things I've been making. Hi Liz. Hi Natalie. So what I had an experiment of is spraying the bottom of one of these with the white spray to see if it looked like it was a bit more of a snowy environment. If you're really, really careful, you can do it. So I've sprayed the bottom of it, but so you can see through, and I've sprayed the bottom of it, but it's all gone on this edge bit here, and I haven't decided whether I like that effect yet. So we'll see how we go. I think I quite just like it plain like that, so you can see right through it. So all I was going to do, I think what I'll do is I'll stick these bits in first, and I've got all these little, I've got loads of little twinkly, sparkly bits. Raid your making crafty drawer. So I've got some little twinkly stars. I'm quite liking these. I've had these ages. And I've picked these back up off the Christmas table, I'll have you know. Little silver snowflakes. I think I quite like them. And you know what? I think, first of all, I'm going to stick some to the outside of them. So bearing in mind, these dogs are like my children. Let me move that out of the way because we don't need that. I'm going to move my horrible coffee out of the way because I don't need that. Right, so you've just got to be so careful with this glue, because obviously it has to heat up really, really quite a lot to actually work. And if you don't use it quickly enough, it dries and then it won't stick. So I'm gonna just get on with, so this is, you've got to be quite dexterous to do this. So you won't need a lot on there, don't sniff it. But I'm gonna just, I think I'm gonna have a few of them on there. Bailey, you're not making this easy for me, are you? And it's not to eat. So I think actually I might just, excuse me, very carefully, just blob a tiny bit on. Dogs don't touch that hot. You know, it's a bit, you know, you have to be a bit more dexterous to do this, so it might be a bit easier for older kids rather than younger kids. Or say I put quite a lot on, that would probably do much. Right, let's just get them all done. And I haven't had a chance to wash my hands because somebody went out for a walk this morning and got really, really, really dirty. Didn't they? And I wish I was putting his jumper on. Oh. Right, that one's not going to stick because it's dried. What, Bailey? Right, that's not stuck. So if you're not really... Do you want to do it? Do you want to do it? That one might stick. That's got loads on. So you got... I'm not going to put loads in, but I might put a few little sprinkles and stars in afterwards. And I'm going to... I think the easiest way of doing this is glue, put your glue on that and then sort of sit it down. You shouldn't need a lot. Shouldn't need loads. And don't forget, I need to sit this little fairy in the middle. But I've got the tricky task of trying to stick these lights in somehow. So I haven't done this before. I'm just making it up as I go along. But I've got some nice little foliage. These seem all right, actually. I got this, a lump of it from Lidl, £2.50 it was. Oh, Bailey, you're knocking me. So that one's a bit messy, but can you see? I'm just going round in a circle because I want her to sit flat in the bottom. And I think I'm just going to have 2 off there. It's not to eat. It's not to eat. No. It's not to eat, Bailey. Right, that goes in there. So you can see I've gone round in a circle. I'm just going to put another one on that side and then I'll show you. Can you see? So there in the bottom of there, this one's really, really simple. I don't know, I suppose you could put some felt or something in the bottom. But I'm just going to stick her straight on. But what I found when I... Wow, I haven't got anything. Oh, I do love you. Ah. What I've found is, this is, if you stick that in first, actually we're going to have to stick it in first, but what I found is it's easier if you sort of make them into a sort of a circle and push them down. So let's stick her in the middle of there, putting plenty on. Oh, she's stuck, and it is quite nice because it does stick really, really nicely. Can you see her? And I didn't get covered in too much glitter. So we don't want her absolutely covered, but I think I can afford to put a few more little bits. These are my rect scissors, by the way, because I wrecked them cutting wires. Right, I think I want another piece round there, round her. It is fiddly, but these kind of tins, these tins are tins. What am I on about? These jars are a little bit shallower than like they're a bit shallower than jam jars, so a little tiny bit easier. So you can see she's in there, and I just think it's quite nice that it's not really, really obvious. So here goes, Bailey. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of loop it over her. So she's in a... You could spend forever sort of getting it right. I don't know whether... You just got to have a little fiddly fingers. And I'm not sure whether I want to... Do I want to put any more on there? I don't want to cover the lights up too much. Could put one of them behind her. Let's put one behind her. There we go. Right, so we've got that bit at the top. I'm wondering about maybe having a bit going round the top. Bit going round the top, maybe. Let's just see what that looks like. You can do it however you want. I don't suppose it matters. Bit going round the top. I think I just want another little bit. Only a tiny bit though. Little tiny bit, Bailey. I hope this works. Otherwise I'm going to look really stupid, aren't I? Look, but Maddie's got bored, Bailey. Maddie has got bored now. Right, so we've got to sort of disguise this. Now then, don't forget. Hi, Colette. Hi, Trinidad. Hi, Louise. Don't forget, you need access to this. Let me show you this. That's your little battery thing, and I haven't tried this out. I don't know whether it's going to like the really hot glue. But let's have a go. Let's just have a go. So we just want it in the middle there, and it's really good how it actually fits. Let's see. Maybe I should just do it on there like that. Let it sort of cool down a tiny bit. Fingers crossed it actually still works. I'll give it a minute. Oh God, that is really hot. You can feel the heat of it on the other side of that, so be careful. Would you like another one? Greedy boy. Right. If ever you get Labradors. Oh, there's no show without punch. Did you hear the packet? Did you hear the packet? Right, so that should... Let's see. Moment of truth. Should we see if this works? Let me scratch all the bits of... Oh! Very pleased with that, I am. So, there you go. I just think it's quite nice, especially if you have it for kids at night time, that you can only, you can only just see her in there. Can you see her? So I'm really pleased with that. That's turned out all right. But what I might do is I might put some more little sprinkles in here. Or you could just put, I'm not a fan of loose glitter, but you could just put some little stars in there. I like those little stars. Let's have some little stars in there. It's just something to look at. But you always don't leave these things on all night unattended. I wouldn't chance it. You never know with fairy lights, do you? You've got to make sure you turn them off. Right, let's turn that on and I'll show you some other options. So I think that's quite cute. I think that's quite cute. So obviously it'll look, it'll be nicer, won't it, in the dark when you're looking at that. It's quite sweet, isn't it? Let's leave you up on the shelf there, lady. Let's leave you up on the shelf. You stay there and I'll show you what else I've got. So I was searching little fairies, tiny fairies, all sorts of things came up, all sorts of things. But because, what are you doing? What? What do you want? What do you want? All sorts of things came up, so you could put anything in there. You could put anything you can make, but you just have to make sure it's small enough. Stop doing that to me. Stop being needy this morning. You've had your breakfast. So, my printer's atrocious at the moment, but can you see these little... Aren't they cute? I might have a go at doing that mouse. But what I've decided... So, can you see those there? Those are made... when I found those, I put in polymer clay, which is the Fimo clay. Polymer clay fairies or elves or whatever. So there's people that make all these kinds of things, and I thought, oh, that looks, I really wanted to make that. I just didn't have any time this morning, and I need a bit more time to figure out how we do the wings. However, I've had a go at making this one, and the deal is with that is that it's just like the basic body, and I need to find something to use for hair. And I think I've got a little bit of leather. I'm going to make her a little leather hat. It's probably just going to have a bobble on it rather than a bell. Don't know what I'm going to make wings out of. And I was quite drawn to these freaky, weird looking ones. How cute is that? So that is polymer. That came up under polymer clay. And I can see that the face is made out of polymer clay. But if you tried putting that in the oven, it just snap. I was pushing my luck making that elf the other day with skinny legs, so I did quite like him. So right, don't want you to laugh. So this one here, and it's all in the finishing touches. This one here, I've spent my time making a bit of clay dough. Are you ready? And I've made it out of that glow in the dark clay with normal clay body. So that's her. That's her. Hi, Ashley. So obviously she's going to look a lot cuter when she's got her painted details on. I know she's stumpy, but I reckon it's all in the detail. So I reckon when she's got some hair, some wings, and a little leather hat, I reckon she's going to look pretty cool. However, I think when she's finished, I'll finish her today, I think she's going to be far too cool to go in there. I might do, I'll decide, but then she's going to be too big, isn't she, with a hat? So what I might do is I might just stick her to the top of it there. That's another idea. So I think, and you can either fill the bottom with chocolates or just decorate it with leaves or whatever, but filled with chocolates is a good one as well. I'll show you what I did for my kids a couple of years ago. And also another trick is, I'm going to show you the other troll that I made. This one. This is the start of him. I don't know what I'm going to call him, but I'm going to give him a name. I'm going to have so much fun today trying to find his hair. I'm feeling I'm going to be looking at old clothes and looking for furry things. I might have to go to the charity shop to have a look what I can see. Are you bearing with me? Yeah, I know he's a bit scary. I know he's a bit scary. Can you see what he's made out of? He's made, and I'll put pictures on. That is actually... Somebody phoning me. So that's made out of the wire hood thing that sits over the top of a bottle of bubbly. So I'll show you how to do that. And actually, I just squished his legs around there, because can you see he's got, and I thought, oh well, I'll just paint his legs on stripy, and I'll find him I've got felt that I can make him his little tunic out of. And obviously I've got a bit carried away. That's too big. That's not going to fit in there. So he's going to, and he does stand up. And what I'll do when I stick him to the top of the lid, I'll stick him on like that. I've left that bit round the back for stability, and I'll just disguise it with some leaves or something like that. So I'll just disguise that like that. And this one I think is really quite sweet. I thought I had more hessian, and it turns out I only had a tiny little bit. So I've just stuck some hessian in the bottom, because I think that look gives it really nice rustic look. And the lid, rather than spraying the lid, I've just covered it in some just rough material. I wanted hessian, but I didn't have any, so I've used that cream. But I've made a little bow round it, just using, I found these old bows that I've had for ages. That's why things like that, you never know when you're never gonna know when you're gonna need it. So things like that, I've just cut it up a little bit and used that as a ribbon to go around that. And I've got all kinds of, been through my fabric box, and I've got all kinds of sort of naturally coloured felts and things, and those squares like that, they're what was left and cut out of some bunny Easter bags that I made for my little nieces last year or the year before, and I thought that was too big to throw away. So I think one of those colour felt might be old, I don't know what his name is, if you've got any suggestions, might be a little outfit for him. I did have to do his feet a little bit bigger because he needs weighting down because he's got a big head. So, and the other thing I wanted to tell you about, so I'll finish all these. If all that's just too much and you can't be bothered with the lights and what have you, one of the things I think is really simple is to make something like that. That's my daughter's, and you can see that I've sprayed the top of it gold. That sloth on the top is actually one of these figures, one of these slice, and I know it's backwards for you, slice figures, and you can get all sorts of those, and I guess you could just leave it as it was and just stick it on, just spray the top of the jar. But this sloth on the top of there, he is at the moment, you can get him tomorrow with free delivery from Amazon, $4.99. They are a little bit more expensive. You can buy loads of other stuff that's much cheaper. You can buy sets of animals. You've probably got loads of little tiny plastic animals that will it just makes it look a little bit nicer, I think, when it's sprayed gold. And what I do with those, so that's I think I bought a set of those sort of hexagonal type jam jars from Wilko's. You can buy like 12, and you can buy smaller ones which are quite cute. But obviously you can use your jars, pickles, jams, anything like that. You just need to take the label off. And these are what I use. These snowballs, because I think they look really cute. Can't open them. So these snowballs, I reckon are they about £1 each? And the smell of them. Don't think these are going to last very long. So that's 2 bags, and are they about £1 each? £1.50. So that, and you could put a little bit of ribbon around there. You could make a nice little label. But I think that's makes a really nice gift, and it's cheapish, because everybody likes those. And the thing is, you can keep the jar, and that's just stuck on the top with the hot glue gun, but make sure you stick it on top of your lid before you spray it, and then spray it all together. So there's all kinds of animals, these sliced ones on the internet. You can get a little giant tortoise, he's $4.99, little sliced rabbit, £3.50, a reindeer. Reindeers looks really good. They look really realistic, actually. He's $6.99, so it just depends how bothered you are. But you can get sliced wildlife, mother, wolf and pups. They do go up quite expensive, but it just depends how small you get them. That will have only been £2.50 or something like that, those little ones. And the other things I've found that that I had in my little making box were these little figures. So you've got a king and a queen there, and that came in, I think it was in a great big plastic tube of little kids play figures, and because it's not got any sort of brand name to it, I think I got a tub full, about 10 or 12, and I've used all the princessy type ones because I've got nieces, so I'll put the little princesses on them. I think that's what I made them, on the top of one of those, and sent them some chocolates. Oh, that smells so good, it's making me hungry. So I'm going to finish off these other ones, but I hope you get the idea, and I'm looking forward to sharing him later and see if he actually glows in the dark. And I think, do you know what? I think he's going to go in on the top of there, and I think I'm going to keep him for myself because I really like him. He doesn't look very happy, does he? Any road up. Hi, Kirst. Hi, Palu. Hi. Anyway, I'm going. It's a bit shorter today because it doesn't take as long to make those things. These things are the bits that take the time, and I'm going to share with you sometime today when I've got finished how to make him sort of step by step. But you can see, can't you? You just squish it on. There's wires in there, obviously the wires of the thing, and his head's pushed on the top bit. So with that, I'm going to love you and leave you. Tomorrow, it's going to be an easy peasy class. I am going to be making mince pies, and I'm going to share with you how I make my pastry so nice. And I'll share with you, these didn't print out very well. I'll share with you these, they didn't really stick on very well. These stickers that I've done for you, so you can package them up for people and give them as gifts. I've already stocked up on mincemeat. So I'm going to go now. So it's nearly weekend. It's nearly Fabulous Friday. I know it's raining, but I don't want you to complain about the rain, because we live in the northwest of England and it rains here. That's what it does. And we should be saying, aren't they, all the plants are enjoying this nice drink they're getting. And the rainy days make you appreciate the nice sunny days much more. And it's not even raining now, so I can go and do my shopping and all my errands for all my people that I'm got errands to do for today. So I'll speak to you later, and I'll share with you all my things that I make today. Good luck. I hope you share with me some things that you're making. All right, see you soon. Love you. Bye.